pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We've had a chance to take a look at the consent agenda. Does anybody have anything they'd like to have removed? Okay. Moving on to fiscal business. Russell?
Yes, sir. We have three things that we need to get done. The first one is the American Rescue Plan Act funds. When we did the original budget, we didn't have any plans for spending the money at the end of that last year. So this is the resolution that actually specifies what type of plan that we're actually using. There's a couple different versions that you can set, but the one that we're using for NEUs or non-something units.
Non-entitled units.
Non-entitled units. And so we're using the standard allocation for that, so we can claim up to $10 million, of which ours is only 1.6. So that makes it a lot easier to do the reporting. We had some reports that were due at April 30th. I finished those up today, so we're current with that. But this resolution specifically states that we're using the standard allocation and that the actual language actually came from the OTA as well. So and it's been approved by the law department too. They looked it over and everything looks good. So this is here for your action tonight.
Anybody have any questions for us about 5363? Okay, is there a motion to approve and dispense with the second reading and declaring an emergency?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Mearsfall.
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard.
Yay.
Mr. Wade.
Yay. And then we have 5364.
Yes, sir. This one is supplemental appropriations. What that is we did not know exactly how much money we were going to get from the LOAD grant, and it's part of what we should do. Really, we shouldn't allocate it at the end of the year. We should wait till we find out what we get with it, and then at this time of the year when we're getting ready to start spending the money, we'll actually do the supplemental appropriation. So you're going to see that, and then the actual supplemental language for the park stuff as well. So if there's any questions on it, let me know.
Any questions of 5364? Okay, is there a motion to approve 5364 and dispense with the second reading and declaring an emergency?
So moved. Second.
Mr. Gabbard.
Yay.
Mr. Mearsfall.
Yay.
Mr. Wade.
Yay. And 5365.
And this is the one that happens every quarter. I got to tell you, it was a new low in terms of amounts that we have. Just for your information too, for the first time ever, we actually had $20 million in the bank using Linda math for the. Yes, we actually were over $20 million in assets this month.
Excellent. Any questions about 5365?
Sorry, I should have done that.
Okay, it's on the record.
I know.
I'll second it.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Mearsfall.
Yay.
Mr. Gabbard.
Yay.
Mr. Wade.
Yay. Anything else, Russell?
No, I've done enough.
Okay, moving on to new business, fire district. We have a recommendation to purchase 6 Motorola's APX portable radios to replace the existing Motorola's at a cost of $19,000.
So we have some radios that we knew we were going to get reprogrammed because the state's doing some new security features. The State Fire Marshal's Office is offering a price, yeah, so we're going to be, it's a large purchase, but in the end we'll be saving about a little over $12,000 for buying now versus later.
So the old pole, do they have any value? I was looking at that, but I didn't study it. Are they giving you a refund or?
We're going to still use those for 3 more years. So 2 of the people we put on the SWAT team, they need radios, so we're going to repurpose them to those guys, and they'll get reprogrammed. And we'll be able to use them for 3 years and then reevaluate what we want to do with them for radios. So we'll be able to still use them, but
this month. Yeah, I'll vote yes. Is there a motion to direct the chief to make this purchase of new radios?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yeah.
Mr. Wood?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Okay. Road department,
Nothing at this time. I'm gonna call Neil tomorrow.
we'll call Neil.
I was giving him 2 weeks.
How much more?
Got the floorboard up there, half the floor.
Yeah.
The other half is done tomorrow, so
Yeah.
it's pretty nice. You should
Alan sent me a
stop up and
text,
look at it,
and
yeah.
they're a pretty cool machine.
That was very cool.
I almost came out just like.
You should, I'll be there tomorrow morning, come see it. It is neat.
8 o'clock, I'll be on an airplane, to Virginia Beach.
I'll send you a video, I sent Matt one.
Yeah,
It was neat.
that's cool. Very impressive. Administration? Not at this time. Police department?
No.
Okay. And, nothing?
Nothing, sir.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved. Second?
Mr. Mearsclaw?
Yeah.
Mr. Gabbard?
Yay.
Yeah. Staff updates.
Just a couple of things. One of the options that I talked to you about at the work session in terms of trying to alleviate school traffic was diverting traffic on the Widener Road, which obviously wasn't a preferred option from this board. The city manager and I talked offline about some of the ideas, so he's still working on some of them. So as I learn things, I can try to bring them to the board, just to keep you up to speed on what thinking there is, but I just wanted to make you aware that those conversations and considerations are ongoing, and I've got my ear on it, just to make sure you know. The past week, since the weather has turned a little bit, Point Broadband has hit construction of their fiber optic network hard and heavy here in the unincorporated areas, further toward the boundaries of Springville as well as our area, and getting a lot of residents calling, wondering what's going on. So I wanted you to be aware of it in case your phones start to ring, like they are here at the township offices. I've tried to put the message back up about what they're doing in the website slider and the Facebook entry for it too. We'll repost every once in a while to keep it near the top of the list, just so folks know. My website has now is linked to Point Broadband's website, so you can actually see a map of what they're doing and when they expect to do it. But their concerns are well founded, just based on what we've seen around the city of Springboro. Let's partner with them. They've left some of the pits open for months to even a year. So I don't, can't say that I blame people for being concerned about what's going to happen in their yard. But I just wanted to make you aware of it. Hear a lot of noise about it.
I have already, and I saw the Facebook post. I would suggest that we be very clear about the public utilities rules and regulations on any posted venture. I think that's where the confusion reaches its crescendo, because when they were, before they moved into that house, all those wires were already run. They've never seen anything like this.
Sure.
So,
Oh, is that what they said?
yeah, they don't understand the public utility easement right away.
Yeah, most people don't even understand the right-of-way concept. We've never done
Right.
it.
They mow it, they think it's theirs, no matter what, so.
This is the district?
It happens every person I talk with, yes, sir.
That was the mailbox, and it's our fault.
Unfortunately, it's
Well, I'm not
an
doing
education
it.
process every day.
Oh, no, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's, I mean,
Well, it is, they do make a mess, and they, you know, sometimes I think it's amazing how good they do cleaning up, but sometimes, you know, they ruin my nice grass in front of my new
Leaves a little
office.
something to be desired.
Holy crap.
yeah.
And I'm sure they'll be right out there when I call, complain.
Well, I don't feel like they've done a very good job of getting out in front of it either. I mean, they're very reactionary.
The ones that I've talked to, I never even got a letter or postcard, anything like that. I know they did a mailer first, you know, when they first started with the Springboro folk. That letter's
I can't wait till they do the new neighborhood across the street from me. It'll be an absolute, yeah. All those people paid a lot of money to make their yards look awfully good, and, yeah.
I drove back the other day, saw that house with the his and hers garages.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Felcher built that one.
And last thing I've got is, I went to the Columbus Drive-In yesterday with the other Warren County officials by the Chamber line auditory, and it was pretty interesting to listen to our state legislators and our state, some of our state bureaucrats, and in fact, the governor was there speaking to us for 35 minutes or so. It was an interesting, engaging, worthwhile endeavor yesterday to be up there with other folks. The economic outlook for the state is very, very good. It's strong. Revenues are up. I can't help but think some of that might be because of the ARPA money that flooded the market, increasing tax revenues. But at any rate, you'll be glad to know that our county auditor spoke up and asked the director of budget management if we had reached the plateau, and now that the revenues are looking better, whether the local government fund would be refunded the way that it was gutted 12 years ago. And she declined to answer that question, deferring to the governor. But I think Matt was savvy enough to not ask the governor that. He asked the question, and then everybody
We'll wait till after November. Well, that's right.
Exactly.
Well, he's kind of behind in the polls right now, so that's another reason why economy's looking really good, because he's trying to make it sound like it's as good as it possibly can be, which it is pretty good. Yeah, he's putting lips in. You're right.
Yeah, I was very amused by that comment. I was glad that Matt asked it, because it's always front of mind for me. I really never gotten over that. Balancing the state budget on the back of local government. So that's exactly what happened. That's all I have.
Anybody have anything?
Did we want to just talk about the email from Shabbat?
We can.
You said, you mentioned it, we can talk about this Monday.
I wasn't really prepared.
If you're not prepared, we'll talk about it anytime, but we're on a timeline, are we
Yeah,
not?
we are.
Well, then with Brian and we can communicate, whatever.
Okay. We'll plan to do it for the 25th meeting.
Because every time I talk to him, he says, don't ask me for money. So,
And then you get an invitation.
yeah, then you get an invitation. You say that all haircut.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, yeah, that's cool, that's fine.
Anybody else have anything? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So,
Mr. Gabbard?
Yeah.
Mr. Mearsfall? Yay. Mr. Wade?
Yay.